Currently we are back home and we just finished setting the computer. The money came through and pretty much went to the local post office and set that computer away. Anyways, right now we gotta have another task to do, which is pretty much just building computers without the graphics cards, because that's literally the only thing I'm missing right now. Anyways, let's start building. And yes, it actually turns on, surprisingly. This power supply is the one I got for free because I buy computers regularly from a dude in Tauranga, which actually couriers computers to me, which is pretty convenient. And he gave me, and he said he has power supplies of these things. And I'm like, look, I didn't know what kind of quality they were, so he's just shipped them to me. I tested all my graphics card out in the previous, I believe one of the previous episodes, and yeah, this thing seems to work fine with a 1060 and a 1050 Ti. Not bad. We just sold another computer. It is the GTX 1060 PC, and I realized for the other computer that we shipped off, I forgot to get any B-roll of it. Facepalm. I still have photos, but one thing I had to do with this computer is I had to actually put the graphics card back in, because if you guys watch the 5 GPU comparison, or when that video comes out, this GPU is still out of the corner, so I'm pretty much just going to scramble and reinstall this GPU, and we'll hit the road as we're dropping it off in total for $880. So currently just dropped off that PC, great people, paid me $880. We also have to do another pit stop at my friend's house, as I built the $1,000 PC for him. That's about it. When we get home, we might just look at some deals on Facebook, because I'm really short on graphics cards right now. Okay, so currently I'm a bit desperate for GPUs, so the best route for me is Facebook groups. In the past, they've been really helpful. They got me the cheap GTX 660 for $40, and I think they've got me some other GPUs like the GTX 980 Ti for the $1,000 gaming PC for my friend, which is also great. That's why I'm gonna ask them again. So let's post another want to buy GPU post right here. Okay, so we just sold another computer, but this time it was not this computer. Let's say the prices isn't that good. I sold it for $780. Yeah, not that good. The profit is still good, as we had the power supply was free, so the profit is around about $200, which is not the best, not the worst, but heck, I'll take it. But I'll update you when he arrives. Hey mate, I just grabbed the computer. So that person I sold it to was a father of his son, who's in Kaitaia. And yeah, wow, well that computer's going all the way up north. It's always good to have good customer service, because not everyone, as I said before, knows a lot about computers. So I answered his questions on computers, and I helped him out and helped him with graphics cards and advice to see if upgrade advice, because he said he might want to do VR, and the GTX 1050 Ti can do VR, and the 90 FPS limit on 90 FPS required for VR is also another thing that's hard to achieve on 1050 Ti. I've seen it done, but I do recommend for him to do an upgrade. But anyways, we still have one more computer. We still have the parts for one more computer to build. We also put in an offer of. We also found something on Facebook. It's pretty much a whole computer with an i5 4th gen, just like computers I sell. And for $400, get everything except the GPU. So pretty much you have 256GB SSD, 1TB hard drive. All I need to do is grab a graphics card, and that's a computer I'm going to expect to make a ton of profit. Anyways, let's build a computer. Okay, so it is a new day and an update on Joseph Zhang Flip's PCs. Currently, yes, I got this GTX 980 PC built up. One thing the guy really wants is for me to test out live streaming. But the good thing about this computer is it's heavily GPU bottlenecked, and you might think that's a bad thing, but really isn't, because we can use the extra GPU power on this GPU to use the NVENC part of this GPU for streaming. So you have a very good stream. You can play it at least over 80 FPS and have a very good stream. And the good thing about this is that if you want to upgrade in the future to maybe an i7, 4770, 4790K, it's possible, so you can even get more FPS out of it in the future. How much did you pay for it?
Cash.
How much though? Yep.
Do you have warranty for it? Do you do warranty
if you got any issues, like with the computer, I don't really do warranty because I'm a bit small. But if you got any issues, you just come back to me. I'm happy to help you fix it. Like, no problem.
Okay.
Just come back. So, just tested the streaming for the guy. I'm sending the link to the stream if you wanted to watch it, the replays of it. And it streams at 60 FPS, as I said before, due to its very CPU bottleneck. So pretty much, if you had a better CPU in here, you can probably still stream at the same quality. Yeah, to be honest, my decision to buy a 980 Ti for that good deal isn't really a good deal for my PC flipping side, but for my own side, it's a pretty good deal. But anyways, so that's one. I think if the guy responds to me, hopefully I sell that computer. So pretty much there was a guy who was asking me about the GTX 60 Ti PC, and he missed out on that PC because I sold it to the Peru guy from Peru from yesterday. And then I have a 980 PC now, because I personally now use a 980 Ti. So I got a 980 PC. I tested the streaming, and right now I'm going to send him some photos. So pretty much the time that you saw before was me just taking some photos. Anyways, I'm going to send the photos to him. Also, another guy, my guy who sold the white PC from like season 1, he's coming back for a GPU upgrade, and he's asking me because he needs the money to sell his GPU, and he only has 650 right now, and he had a GTX 1066 3GB. And I was like, I'll buy it off him for 250 because that's like really how much I would really pay. Cause I paid 280 for one before, so 250 is a pretty good deal. Okay, so pretty much the guy I was talking about who's coming back for his GPU upgrade, he did it himself. Reasonable, because GPU upgrades is very easy. One thing that's definitely wrong was his Cool Moon RGB controller. The wireless remote was not working. I did go back to my guy all the way in North Shore, and I'm gonna have the Facebook message to him to ask him if I can get a replacement on this controller, because I was testing it with my remote and I tested it with his remote and it just didn't work. So whatever. Gotta get this thing replaced. One thing that's good about people upgrading their PCs is look what came back to Papa. This is the GTX 1060 that was featured in season 1 of Joseph Zhang Flip's PCs in around about July, in around about August this year. So this thing has come back. Oh my god. That is the joys of PC flipping, man. People come back for more PCs, people come for your help, and I love helping people. You get what I mean? I spent over like an hour just with another person trying to show them how PC works because they got scammed. They got this HD 7970, and they do live streaming, and the HD 7970 doesn't have the NVENC or actually any encoder, which they could use. So pretty much, I saw another PC, a GTX 980, and I tested streaming right in front of his face, and as we saw in the previous video, in the previous segment, that we tested out the streaming, and it works perfectly fine, 60 FPS, should be fine. Anyways, since we have this new GPU on the lot, I got to assemble another computer.